Hey everybody, Kudai here, and I just saw Sonic Movie 3, and wow, just wow. That movie was genuinely fantastic. Like, I'm not even trying to overreact or anything, but God, bro, God! That movie was so good, bro. It's genuinely not even funny how good this movie is. Alright, bro? Like, this is easily the best movie in the trilogy. This is probably the best thing out of all the Sonic shows, all the comics. Well, IDW is pretty good, I'm not gonna lie, but I feel like Sonic Movie 3 is better than all the shows, all the other movies, all the shorts they released, all the comics. I'm just gonna say, I think Sonic Movie 3 was better than all the comics. I think Sonic the Hedgehog 3 might be the best non-game media that's ever released for the Sonic franchise. And I'm being dead serious. This movie was genuinely amazing. Like, bro, I was in my seat and I genuinely felt my life getting changed every single second of this absolute masterpiece, bro. It was that good. So, yeah. That's why I'm gonna review it. But, yeah, if you haven't seen the movie yet, I'd say go see it. There are spoilers in this video. So, yeah, if you don't want to listen to spoilers, then I wouldn't really recommend watching this video. But, yeah, because, like, I'm just going completely off the script here. I saw the movie yesterday, bro. It was crazy. It was actually crazy. I don't have a script in front of me or everything. I'm just talking. I'm just talking, bruh. Because, like, this movie is legit insane. Okay, bro? So, yeah. Spoilers ahead. Alright, so this movie's plot follows Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles after the events of Sonic the Hedgehog 2, where, one day they decide to go on a race, and, Sonic, he wins the race, but, he doesn't see anyone else. He comes across these two holograms of Tails and Knuckles, and he's like, hey, what is going on? He runs back to his home, only to find that they're holding a birthday party for him since it's the anniversary of him coming to Earth. And so, everyone's chilling that day. Suddenly, a helicopter, flies over and says, hey, Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles, Team Sonic, you guys gotta go to Tokyo, man. Like, dude, there's some crazy stuff happening, bro. You gotta go. And before this part of the movie, Shadow the Hedgehog, he woke up. And he's free, bro. He's crashing out now, bro. He's having a crash out, alright? So, Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles, they go to Tokyo, they deal with Shadow, they all get absolutely whooped. Sonic, he's like, yeah, no, I'm gonna beat up this guy right here, right now. He starts running after Shadow. They have this crazy motorcycle race fight thing, and it ends with them both colliding, which leaves Sonic just completely out of it. Sonic's cooked, okay, bro? And Shadow, he's just off somewhere. They don't even know where Shadow is at this point. He's just off doing his own thing. And then, Tails and Knuckles, they find Sonic, and they're like, hey, man, we're supposed to team up and stuff. Like, bro, what? And so they take him to a place called the Chow Garden, and, they chillin', the captain of Gun, he comes over, but then suddenly, this guy in a motorcycle crashes through the window, starts running people over, and, yeah, the captain of Gun, he almost dies, and then he gives Sonic this chip or something. I don't exactly remember what it was. I'm pretty sure it was one of the most powerful weapons in the world or something. So yeah, he's given the chip, and then they follow the guy in the motorcycle, only to find out that it's Agent Stone, alright? So yeah, Agent Stone is still alive. And before this, which caused this whole motorcycle thing to happen, is because Eggman's badniks from the previous two movies just invade. They just invade the Chow Garden, and everyone's confused because Sonic the Hedgehog 2, Eggman's supposed to be dead, bro. Eggman's gone. So yeah, they follow Agent Stone, and then this big crab mech, it comes out of the water, and Eggman's just watching soap operas in there. He's alive. He's been alive. And so yeah, they're like, hey, what is going on? And then they tell him that, hey, someone's been using his badniks, and it wasn't him. So, he gets ready, he shaves his head, he gets into his suit, and he's like, all right, Sonic's like, all right, we gotta team up to find out what's going on, because at this point in time, they don't really think Eggman is the bad guy. So that's when Shadow is at the Ark. Yeah, the Ark space colony. One different thing from Sonic Adventure 2 is that he's on, the Ark is on Earth, the Ark is not in space, which is very interesting to me. I could get why they would, I could get why they would do that. Because, it would be kind of weird if they just had people living in space, but honestly, it would be kind of cool. But I don't mind it. I don't mind the arc being on Earth or being in space. I really don't care. And then it shows a little flashback on how Maria found Shadow, She finds him in, like, this test tube chamber thing, and Shadow looks at Maria, and Maria gets a little scared, but then draws, like, a bunny, like a little bunny on Shadow's face. And, yeah, they're friends from that point on. So, yeah. So Team Sonic and Eggman and Stone, they just head on down to the Ark, They're looking around, but then Robotnik and Sonic, who are both teaming up, they basically get disconnected, and Eggman, he finds this random room where this random guy named Gerald Robotnik comes up to him and says, "Hey, I'm your grandfather." And Eggman's like, "Yeah, no, you're not," and he starts asking him questions and stuff. And so Agent Stone, Gerald Robotnik, and Eggman are both, they're all teaming up with Shadow now, okay? So, yeah, because before the Shadow did find Gerald Robotnik, and I forgot to mention that, Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles they were all beat up by Shadow, so yeah, they were all beat up by Shadow, and now they're tied up to, like, this pole thing, and basically Shadow, he uses, like, this black hole thing, this mini black hole, he throws it at them, and they're all about to die. So Sonic, he uses this ring, and he teleports to some mountainside. He sees the entire mountain just get absolutely obliterated, alright? So now, everyone else is teaming up, and everyone else is happy, alright? So, yeah. And then, Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles, they head on down, they teleport again back to Maddie and Tom's house, where my favorite Sonic character of all time, Little Tom, shows up, and they gotta tell him, like, "Hey, yo, we need your help, bro. This is crazy. And they're like, "All right, bet, we'll help you." And then, basically, Tails, he says, like, this plan of what is going, they make a plan of the gun base, and how to get through the gun base, so yeah, and, they talk over that whole plan, and now they're in England, they're in the United Kingdom, alright? They're dealing with the gun base and everything. Eggman and Gerald, before this, they have a big bonding moment, kinda weird, I'm not gonna lie, but then, they, have a big dance scene in the laser place, which, I'm not gonna lie, made me laugh way more than it should have. If that's Jim Carrey doing those moves, then damn, bro, Bro is strong as hell, alright? So, yeah. So, Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles, they head to the gun base, but then there's this room, like, gravity is weird and stuff, and it has the second chip, because basically, Gerald and Shadow, they both want revenge since Maria was killed in an explosion. So, yeah, the second chip is there, they need 2 chips. In the interaction they had earlier, Shadow took the chip from Sonic, because basically they need 2 chips to use the Eclipse cannon to absolutely just decimate Earth, kill everyone on Earth, which is kind of crazy. But yeah, they pull up, so yeah, the agent that told Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles that they need to go to Tokyo is the one who ends up getting the chip. But then, Tom, I forgot to mention this, Tom and Maddie, they can, like, shapeshift with, like, these devices they have. So Tom, he shapeshifts into the leader of Gun. He takes the chip from the person, and then he walks off, but then Shadow finds him in the form where he's still the leader of the Gun, and no, Shadow absolutely hates Gun for what they did to Maria, so he punches Tom, he's in a coma. So yeah, he turns back to Tom, Sounds like, "Hey, what the hell happened?" Takes the chip, Sonic comes out, he's like, "Hey, what did you do?" Shadow's like, "Hey, I had to do what I had to do." And so, Shadow, he just leaves, and, Sonic and Maddie, they're distraught about this. And after this whole thing, Tom is brought to the hospital, and Sonic's like, "Yeah, no, I'm not dealing with this anymore. He keeps telling Knuckles, like, "Hey, I need the Master Emerald. But no, Knuckles is like, "Hey, we made a blood oath, we can't really be doing that." But then he's like, "No, what? Okay, well, they have a little argument. Sonic and Knuckles have a little argument. And then Knuckles is like, "Fine, I'll let you use the Master Emerald because it's at Wade's house, pretty much." So Sonic, he goes to Wade's house. Wade is using it as a hockey puck. He takes the Master Emerald. He goes Supersonic. He goes to the Arc Eclipse cannon. I don't exactly remember what it is. And then basically he goes to, he punches Shadow through the glass. He starts beating him up, and then they head on down to Earth. Shadow punches the Chaos Emeralds out of Sonic. They both run for the Chaos Emeralds. They both become Super, so Super Sonic and Super Shadow. And now they're literally battling all over Earth. And then basically they start battling in space, and they land on the moon where Sonic is literally about to kill Shadow. Sonic is literally about to kill Shadow the Hedgehog. But before he does it, he has a flashback where Tom told him, like, hey, you never let your pain and anger change who you are. So Sonic, he sits on the moon with Shadow, and they have a little chat. This is when Shadow remembers what Maria said to him, that, a star's light is still shown even if the star is gone. So, and Sonic tells Shadow that, like, hey, I lost Longclaw. That pain never really went away, but I held on to the love that we had for each other. So yeah, they both team up, and they both defeat the bad guys, but Eggman, he defeats Gerald Robotnik, because Gerald, he shows off that his entire plan was to kill everyone on Earth, and then kill himself, and Eggman, and Shadow, and Sonic, pretty much. Just kill everything. So, Eggman, he doesn't really like that, because he wants to rule the world. So, he kills Gerald. He dies in a very funny way, I'm not even gonna lie. And then, basically, the cannon is about to explode. So, Tails and Knuckles both show up, and they have to help Eggman redirect the laser away from Earth. And they're able to do it, but they end up redirecting the laser to the moon, which explodes the moon, absolutely just chops it in half. So, that's not very good. That's not a very good thing that happened, but I mean, So, basically, Shadow and Sonic, Super Shadow, Super Sonic, they're fighting robots. They defeat all the robots. And then basically, while they're deflecting the laser, because they also have to deflect the laser while Knuckles, Eggman, and Tails are pushing the laser. And Sonic, he's not super anymore. He starts falling to space. And then the moon gets cut in half. Tails, he gets a ring. He starts dashing down to Sonic. But, Tails, he passes out because he's falling for space. But Knuckles comes out. And then, he uses the ring to bring Tails and Sonic and Knuckles to a field where they're all safe and won't die. But then Shadow, he's still pushing the ship by himself, because the ship is going to explode. And if it explodes close to Earth, it's still going to kill every single person on Earth. So he pushes the ship back just close enough to where the explosion doesn't affect Earth, but it's believed to think that Shadow the Hedgehog is dead. And basically, Eggman, he dies too, and he says, like, hey, Agent Stone, you were a real friend. So he passes away, and it's believed that they're both dead. A little while later, Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles are back hanging out. Tom's alive. He has a broken arm. Everything is chill. But then they decide to go on a race, and that's where the movie ends. But after the credits, Sonic, he thought he won the race. He did win the race, but he ended up in New York. And then behind him, like, pieces of scrap metal start moving, and it's Metal Sonic! Alright, guys, this is Metal Sonic, alright, bro? There's like an army of Metal Sonics trying to kill him. It's the most insane thing I've ever seen in my entire life. He tries fighting against him. He can't really win, but before he's about to get killed, a pig just dashes through the sky, and it's Amy Rose. That's right. For Sonic the Hedgehog 4, they are doing a Sonic CD adaptation. You guys do not understand how hyped this is. So, yeah. So, more credits play, and, Shadow is alive. Shadow the Hedgehog, he is alive. And, that's pretty cool. So, that's your plot synopsis. So, yeah. So, yeah, that is Sonic the Hedgehog 3. And, God, this movie is really great. Alright? So, all the characters are just really done magnificently. Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, Shadow, Eggman, Gerald, they're all great. And all the side characters like Stone, Tom, Maddie, they're all great. Wade, he makes an appearance, which his appearance kinda just does pretty much mean that the Knuckles show pretty much just meant nothing. But, hey, I haven't seen the show yet. I have the DVD, but my DVD player just doesn't work, so I'm working on repairing that. But hey, maybe I'll make a review of it. Maybe I'll make a review of it. All right, guys. So yeah, if you guys want to see a review of the Knuckles show, I'll talk about that. But yeah, honestly, I don't really have. Well, there is one complaint I have at the beginning of the movie. It does feel very fast. That's what I will say. But I feel like that's probably because the movie just had so much to say. So, yeah, but God, dude, I can't stop saying it. This was a really great movie. I think you guys should just go see it. Go out of your way to just go see this thing. All right, it's great. Sonic 4 coming out in 2027. If you haven't seen the third one yet, I'd say watch the first two. I believe they're either on Netflix. Actually, no, I think they're removing Sonic 1 from Netflix soon, so I'd say maybe watch them on Paramount if they're still there. And Knuckles is still there, so yeah, I say watch Sonic the Hedgehog 1, then Sonic 2, then Knuckles, and then watch Sonic 3 in theaters, so you'll be all caught up when in 2027 they release Sonic the Hedgehog 4. So, yeah, that was my Sonic 3 review. Overall, I'd probably give this a 10 out of 10. Probably because I'm a Sonic fan, but I feel like people who aren't Sonic fans will also enjoy this movie. So, yeah, that's all I have to say today. I'll see you guys later. Subscribe and, Merry Christmas. Yeah, I wanted to upload this video a couple days ago because I saw this movie on the 22nd, but I'm not gonna lie, I was just too lazy to record, but, yeah, hopefully I can get this out within an hour, because it's an hour until the 26th, so, you know, let's hope I can get that done. If not, it will come out very early in the 26th. But yeah, Merry Christmas, and to anyone who doesn't celebrate it, have a great day. And yeah, I'll see you guys later. I do plan on getting one more video done before the end of the year. But yeah, after that video, that's probably gonna be the last upload I make this year, and I'll probably say my thanks in that video. But yeah, I'll see you guys later. Subscribe, hit the bell, like the video, comment, tell me what you want, and hey, it tells me that you want more of this stuff, and stay sharp. I'll see you guys later.